So for this video, my brother's girlfriend actually texted me the other day. She's like, Jill, I don't have a ton of extra money to spend on all these really expensive products, so can you create a video where you're limiting yourself to only $20 or $30? I decided to challenge myself. I gave myself $30 to go into a store, I chose CVS, and shop around and limit myself to only using that $30 to create an entire look. And I got a CVS ad to look at all the sales, and on the very front page was a majority of the makeup that's on sale. So if you've never shopped at CVS before, you need to get an extra care card. That is what triggers extra buck rewards. A lot of times it'll say if you spend a certain amount of money, you'll get this much back in a coupon printed on the bottom of your receipt. And you can use that on a majority of the stuff in store. It's not good for like lottery and liquor and stuff like that, or gift cards, but it's good on basically whatever product you want to buy the next transaction. So after looking at the ad, I decided to look for coupons because that's another way to save money, to make my dollar go a little further. Used these sales or these promotions in combination with coupons to make that $30 go much further than it actually would. Also, there is a Groupon currently available right now that if you pay $5, you get a $10 CVS gift card. Again, this is only good until the 10th is the last day that you can do this specific deal. As soon as I go into CVS or whatever, I always go to their red coupon machine. You go in, you scan the barcode on your CVS rewards card, and it'll print store coupons there. And when I did that, it gave me a 30% off my total purchase. But some of the LA Girl stuff, you know, there's a promotion for that extra care rewards, but it actually wasn't on sale. So that 30% goes toward any products that wasn't on sale. My whole process of doing this was I wanted to try to eliminate as many steps as possible, use products that I could have that serve multiple purposes. A side note, my eyebrows are microbladed right now. They are in a healing process, so I don't want to touch them. So I did not buy any brow products because I can't currently use them. So I just chose products that I thought would work for me, and we are going to create a Valentine's Day look with this stuff. I want to watch me create a Valentine's Day look with my $30 drugstore products, then just keep watching. foundation, I decided to go with Wet n Wild. I actually really love the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Foundation. I already had this and I wanted to buy new using that $30, so I decided to go with a different foundation from them. It's their cushion. This is what it looks like. When you open it up, it does have this little sponge inside. You flip that open, and then there is a protective film. Pull over, and then press it, and there is your foundation. This is quite light, but I'm extremely pale right now, so I decided to go with this. I did have a $2 off one Wet n Wild foundation coupon. I will put a link below to where you can find that. I'm going to just take a damp beauty sponge. This is the Morphe sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press that into this and go ahead and just pat that into my skin. Primer was a step I chose to kind of like the smell of that. Smells kind of like hair stuff. Primer was a step that I chose to skip because I have quite dry skin and I don't feel like I needed it. I'm gonna take that over my lips. And then just as I need more product, just dip. This, like I said, I am quite fair. This, however, is a little too light for me, but we will correct that when we go ahead and bronze and stuff our skin. But I am going to try to avoid my brows as much as possible because they are currently microbladed. I just got them touched up and they are healing, and I don't want to mess with them. About this foundation, there is about half the amount of product in this that there would be in this. This has like a standard fluid ounce of product in it, and this only has just over half of a fluid ounce. So that photo finish foundation is the smarter choice because there's double the product and it's not quite half the price. I think it's like $4 or $5 at the store, but like I said, my CVS didn't carry it, so I couldn't get it. For concealer, I decided to do the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is in the shade Light Ivory. I've never tried this before, but there is also a coupon for that. It's a 50 cents off one. I will link that down below as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this and put this underneath my eyes. And now that concealer is done, for powder, I decided to use the LaGril Pro Contour Powder Highlight and Contour in one. This is another really great option. I wanted to stay away from products that I already had, but this I absolutely love. I use this all the time. So this is another good option. To apply this, I'm going to use just a small brush and dip into that highlight shade and just press that underneath my eyes. I'm going to continue using this for the bronzer or contour shade, and just, this is a Target Up and Up brush that I've had forever, but you can use any fluffy brush and just get some product on your brush. Tap it off. Feels like there's a hair on my face, right by my nose. And then just softly add some color back into my skin. And just patting that along the hairline. Now this, I can tell right now, does not blend as nice as that Wet n Wild contour palette, but I do actually really like the color. in with that lighter shade and just try to blend that a little bit better. Okay, I like that. I like the color a lot. I just don't think it's as blendable as this. For blush, I decided to do this is also from Wet n Wild. It's called Catwalk. It's in the shade Catwalk Pink. It's the Mega Illuminating palette. It is quite shimmery, but I am going to mix these two for a blush and then mix these two for a highlight. So I am going to take just this angled brush and mix those two, getting mostly that darker pink. Tap off the excess. Then I'm going to take a highlight brush and the lighter pink and a little bit of that gold, tap off some of that. For eyeshadow, I again decided to go with a product from Wet n Wild. This is a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette in the shade Roses in the Air. I had these like pinkier tones that I wanted to use along with some Warren Browns and a couple shimmer. This was $6.99 and there was a coupon for $1 off any eyeshadow palettes. This is one of their bigger palettes. They did have a couple that were smaller, that didn't have as many colors in it, that was a little bit cheaper, but I liked the shades in this one, so this is the one that I went with. So this is what the palette looks like. It has two transition shades on the end, has two shimmery shades, two lighter shades, two nice browns, a warm brownish orange, and then these purpley pink tones that are quite pretty, which I think I'm going to use. I'm going to start using this transition shade right here. Dipping my brush into that. And I'm going to just place that above the crease. Really softly in circular motions blending this out. And then as there's little to no product still on this brush, I'm going to bring it up toward the eyebrow. Again, dipping into the product. Same thing on the other side. So with a smaller blending brush, I am going to dip into this pink purple shade right here. Tapping that off. And then placing that in the crease, but not taking it up toward the brow like the other one, just keeping that kind of in the crease and just above it. Then I want to go in with this. I'm going to mix these two colors. This is like a reddish tone brown and this is a fuchsia type color. I'm going to mix the two of them. Tap off the excess so there's not any fallout down on my skin. And just press that into the outer V onto the lid. shade and placing that on the inner lid, inner half. And then just, again, blending the edges. Now I'm going to go back into that blush and highlighter that I used, and I'm going to mix these two shades, actually those three, on my finger, and I'm going to press that onto the inner part of my lid. Okay, we've lost some of that pink and reddish brown intensity, so I'm going to go back in with that brush and grab some more of that. There is quite a bit of kick up when you tap your brush into these shadows. That doesn't really bother me, but just keep note of that. And I'm just going to keep building these colors up until it's as deep and pigmented as I wanted. Okay, for mascara, I decided to try the LA Girl Flashy Mascara in Big and Bold. They had about 4 different types that you could get. One was lengthening, one was volumizing. This is what it looks like. Looks like mascara. So this is kind of unique because it looks like there's only, like, it's really flat. And you turn it, it's wider. It's different. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to coat my lashes with about 2 coats of mascara and then prepare to put on false lashes. It's very average mascara so far. Okay, I don't like that mascara. And I'm going to wait for the parts on my eyelid that I got on there to dry so that I can flake them off. But while I do that, I'm going to use the Ardell Wispy Lashes. Okay, now that that has taken forever, the glue is still drying. And I'm going to take that darkest shade from that Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette with a flat definer brush and run that over my lash band. I wish there was a black in this palette, but there isn't. And I did not get an eyeliner. That was a step I thought I could skip. So I'm going to go ahead and just press this against that lash line. Now I'm going to work on the lower lash line. I'm going to use that flat definer brush and this reddish brown color here. And then press that into the lower lashes. A little more than halfway. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and this shade mixed with a little bit of that transition shade and just run that underneath. Then dipping into that goldish shade and popping that on the inner corner. Now for lips, I decided to do a lip palette from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Runway Ready Lip Palette. It has 6 shades in it. And this was $10, so if you bought this, you did get $3 back. Yes. So if you bought this, you get $3 back, so it made it only $7 for 6 different colors. And I didn't know what lip color I quite wanted to do. So okay, so for the lip palette, I am going to mix 4 different colors. I'm going to use these ones that all have indents in them from my spatula, and I just mixed them on the back of my hand to create this color, and I do really like this. I did not choose a lip liner at this store, so I'm going to need to be quite careful when applying because I don't have the lip liner as a guide. But it does come with a little lip brush that looks actually not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that little concoction. Okay, so that is the lip combination I ended up choosing. This is like super creamy and really comfortable. I'm really surprised because I am really liking the way this feels. And I actually liked the brush too, which normally I don't like the brushes that come in these kits and stuff. But okay, and this is the finished look. I don't normally go for pink eyeshadow. I think that sometimes it can make you look a little sick, but I feel like this is just enough to do it for Valentine's Day for me, and I'm actually gonna go out with my husband tonight celebrating Valentine's Day, and this is what I'll be looking like. So if you want to see more of this drugstore like couponing for a specific amount of makeup, or keeping yourself at a limit or whatnot, then I can continue to do this for you if that's what you want to see. I can do different drugstores and stuff like that. I really liked the whole process of going shopping and using the coupons to really make that dollar go further, and that is pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget that I will leave down below in the description box the links to print those Wet n Wild coupons out to the Groupon for CVS for the $10 gift card. And so before I get off of here, I did want to share with you a scripture, and it is 1 Peter 3:3-4, and it says, "Your adornment should not be an external one, braiding the hair, wearing gold jewelry, or dressing in fine clothes, but rather the hidden character of the heart, expressed in the imperishable beauty of a gentle and calm disposition, which is precious in the sight of God." So I just wanted to leave that with you to just let that marinate through the week. I pray that you all have an amazing week, and I will see you in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye.